Hey friends, day 6 of 10 days till a decade. We're in the home stretch. We're in the recovery stretch. As we talked about in the first 5 videos, those were the drunkalogs. Those were the drinking days stories. Some of them were funny. Some of them are little sad, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So we're going to talk about year 1 and 2 of really trying not to pick up. What was important for me was to realize that everything I had done up until that point wasn't working. I had to stop doing it Dave's way. So after coming out of rehab, it was suggested of me that I find a new crew of people to hang out with, the people, places, and things that I used to deal with, I guess. I had to change those. A very good quote that highlights that is when choosing who to hang out with was Dr. Seuss. It was those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. So there were still people in my life that drank and partook in extracurricular activities, but the ones that didn't mind that I was a recovering alcoholic, those are the ones that I kept around. And you would think, too, after telling people, I don't drink anymore, I don't sell weed anymore, people are like, are you sure? Do you know anywhere to get any? And let me just say this right now. If you need to ask the sober guy how to get drugs, you suck at getting drugs. But it happened, and I don't hold it against anybody. But, I mean, it was a big shift. It had to be a complete 360 shift from the way I was living. I had barely $100 in my pocket. I did not lose my apartment because my landlord was super kind. He knew that I was going into rehab, and he gave me a month break so I could go get the help that I needed. And that meant the world to me, because when I got out of there, I had no job prospects. I had a list of phone numbers, and I had barely any money. So the kindness that I still had a place to live after I got out of there was not lost on me. And that's what it boils down to in the beginning as well, is the kindness of strangers, the kindness of friends, because I didn't deserve it. I had burnt it down with a lot of people, and the ones that stuck around and loved me and saw what I was up to really meant the world to me, because I said sorry a million times. I apologized thousands of times. So this time around, I just told people, I don't expect you to believe me, because I've not done anything in the past decade to warrant trust. But I did say, just watch. If you choose to stay in my orbit, just watch. I know I had to tell my parents that. I said, I love you guys very much, and I don't expect you to believe me that I am sober and not doing drugs anymore, but just pay attention. Just watch what I'm up to. And if you deem it appropriate to bring me back into the fold of your lives, I'd be grateful for it. But I had to re-earn the trust of the people around me, and that was year 1 and 2 of recovery. I would walk every morning to go hang out with sober people. I eventually got a job at a really terrible pizza place in Central Illinois, and we'll end this on a fun story. I hated that job. It made me miserable that I had gone to college and now I'm working at a pizza place. I had like 30 something days, maybe 60 days sober. And they wanted to put me on the pizza making line, which was very rapid pace, toppings. You shoot them down. It was very high pressure, and I wanted none of that. So I would intentionally mess up the pizzas so that they would take me off the pizza line. So was that the most honest thing in the world to do? No. But I messed up so many pizzas that they stuck me in the back but the spaghetti station. And the spaghetti station was great because no one really ordered the spaghetti. So me and the fry cook who cooked the chicken would sit back there, and my only responsibility was making the spaghetti and the salads, which was way low key, way easier. I mean, look, I didn't care for that job, but the people there were phenomenal. I mean, some of the coolest people I ever met were working at that pizza shop. And then this last in recovery story was I was so broke at the start of this job that the cooks had made a bet with me one night. They would cut onions, big old onions, in this big stainless steel revolving tub, and I was hanging around, and one of the cooks was like, "Hey, bro, we bet you $20 you won't drink that 16-ounce styrofoam cup full of onion juice." And I was like, "Let's see that money." So the guy put the $20 on the table, and they filled a 16-ounce styrofoam cup with pieces of onion and onion juice. And I slammed that 16-ounce cup of onion juice and snatched that 20. And I ran to the bathroom and forced myself to throw up because they did not say I had to keep it down. That was the bet. So, and that $20, I mean, I was still a crazy fool when I got sober, but that $20 bought me 4 packs of Pall Mall greens. And I was barely making enough at this pizza shop to sustain myself and make rent. So that's a quick beginning of recovery story with a little hope and a little insanity. So see you tomorrow for day 7.